Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Jai Nrisimha Chaturdashi ki jai, Namo Premanandi.
Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Ahir Nrisimha Hridaye Nrisimha. The meaning is, ahir means out, is everywhere outside us, and Hridaye is in our heart. He's near and he's far away. To kill the demon within or without. Everywhere. What do they call? Omnipresent? Is that a word? That's a word.
Omnipresent, omnipotent.
Huh?
Omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient.
So he's everywhere. Here Nishigo Vidaye Nishinga Madin Shadanam Prapadam. He's everywhere. Shadanam Prapadam. He's everywhere. Anyone know what Nishinga means? Huh?
Singha is a lion, no? Singha. And Nara is human.
Nara and Singha. Nara means man, like Narayan. What does Narayan mean? A man who lies on the water. Narayan, that's Krishna. So Nara and Singha means the man lion. Half man, half lion. The angry part of the Lord. He has that. He has the sweet part and the angry part. And he says in the Gita, Paritranaya sadhanam vinashaya chaduskadam. He tells both sides of the story. I come to save the devotees and vinashaya, finish the duskritam, the rascals. Sadhana means the sadhus, and vinashaya. Vinashaya means to annihilate or destroy the duskrita, the demons. So Krishna always comes with two sides, like a sword, and cut, or it can kill, or it can protect. So when Nrisimha came, why was he so angry? Why did he come in such an angry form? First of all, Prahlad was a very pious, a very devout and devotional devotee. Very meek, very humble. And he was always fixed in thinking of Krishna, remembering Krishna. No matter what Hiranyakashipu did to him, he tried to throw him in a pit of snakes. Because why? Because Prahlad, he wouldn't listen to Hiranyakashipu and become a good demon. Why did I sending him to school to learn all the demonic things of life? And Prahlad wouldn't listen to any of that. He would simply chant Hare Krishna. And he'd teach the others, don't waste your lives on all these things, just chant Hare Krishna. Like that, he was always thinking of Krishna. And Hiranyakashipu was always wanting to forget Vishnu. In fact, he wanted to kill him because he had killed his brother and because he wanted to be the most powerful. He didn't want Vishnu to be the most powerful. He didn't want Vishnu to have any control over him. So when Prahlad Maharaj was always talking about Krishna, how much he had affection and devotion to Krishna, that would only make Hiranyakashipu more angry. And because Prahlad wouldn't listen to him, do the demonic things the way he wanted him to live, then he became envious of his own son and wanted to kill him and torture him. So he was hoping that he would see his way, see his own father's, follow his own father's law. So he used to do terrible things to him. They put him under the feet of elephants, see if they would walk on him. But the elephant would just lift their feet over Prahlad and they would not put it down. The snakes, they would just walk around, crawl around, but they wouldn't bite him. He threw him off a cliff, and Garuda came and picked him up as he fell down, and he was going down. So many things. And the father tried to poison the cake that he was eating. Prahlad offered to Krishna. It wouldn't. I won't eat this because it is not your prasad. So you please take first. Then I will eat it. They offered it to Krishna. Nothing. The cake can't purify it. So in all the ways that Hiranyakashipu tried to annihilate, finish Prahlad, it was never successful. Couldn't harm him. Because he had such firm faith in Krishna. Nothing could harm him. And you could see at the end where you were reading how when everyone was afraid of Nrisimha, he was so angry, nobody would even approach him, even Lakshmi wouldn't approach him. And Prahlad came. Not very humble and loving mood, showing that even in the worst situations, devotee sees Krishna there in a very loving and affectionate way. He doesn't take offense. He doesn't think things are so terrible. Even the most terrible things that other people consider terrible, he doesn't. He sees the hand of Krishna is there also. Not only in the good things and the bad things, but the worst things. That's Krishna consciousness. I remember I told you often about Prabhupada was in Calcutta during the Second World War, and everybody was leaving because they were going to bomb. And Prabhupada stayed. And he said, "Why are you staying?" And he said, "Oh, if Krishna wants to come in the form of the bomb to kill me, let him go." He had no fear. Abhay Charande means was fearless at the feet of the Lord. Abhay Charan. Abhay means fearless. Bhaya means fear, and Abhay means fearless. Charande. Charan means the feet, and Day is the Lord. Fearless at the feet of the Lord. That was Prabhupada's position. Always remembering Krishna, even in the worst situations, he could not forget. And knowing that his Lord is there, and that his Lord is very kind to his devotee. That whatever happens, the devotee, he knows the Lord has his interest at heart. That's Krishna consciousness. Not only in good times, but in bad times, all times. So he approached the Lord with that kind of mood. He was angry, but didn't have to get it. So fixed. And affectionate love and devotion to the Sripad. His mind is anger. But this is also beautiful. And he could see that Lord everywhere he looked, any situation, everywhere. That's Krishna consciousness. Shravanam, Madhava, Smarnam. Smarnam means remembering. Always remembering Krishna. Never forgetting. So when we honor the Sripad, it's really Prahlad Maharaj that we have in mind. His relationship to the Sripad is pure. It's called Shuddha Bhakti. Prahlad is considered Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha means pure devotee. No contamination in his heart. Complete trust, complete faith, complete dedication, complete devotion, complete love. So we always remember Prahlad Maharaj for that Shuddha Bhakta. Any questions?
Prahlad Maharaj was only 6 years old or 7 years old?
Oh, I don't remember. How old he was.
When there are stories of Prahlad Maharaj as he grows older, and I'm not sure what those stories are, I just know that they exist. Does he ever talk about his experience with Nrisimhadev when he's older?
I don't know. I haven't read anything about that myself.
What does he do when he's older?
They went to live in the the Patalas, in some part of the universe that is lower. They were reigned there, and Bali Maharaj also. Bali Maharaj was the descendant from Prahlad Maharaj. But even is Prahlad was a devotee, he went to live in that one of the Rasatala or something like that, went to live there, like have a kingdom. Because he gave the instruction to they had to live there. So Hiranyakashipu was his father was a demon, and his son was a demon too.
Prahlad's son.
Yeah.
Oh.
But at the end, they will receive some benediction from Krishna too. At the end. Like Bali Maharaj, they receive a benediction from Krishna at the same time.
So,
Because actually, Hiranyakashipu was a devotee from Vaikuntha.
okay.
That is like a pastime. But sometimes the devotee had to play like a demon. Because they say that Krishna sometimes want to fight. He had the spirit to fight, and they want to fight with somebody strong. So he had to find somebody from his own, from Vaikuntha to do that. So sometimes the devotees have to do those things because they want to satisfy Krishna. Like Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava, but you see Lord Shiva is in company of ghosts and some demons, but that's his job. Like Prabhupada explained that sometimes a person can be very honest and but sometimes they have to be the director in the jail and have to deal with all these bad people in the jail, but it's his job. So Lord Shiva is like that too, and they have to deal with that. So Krishna, sometimes they give you a position that you have to deal with that.
Maharaj is always saying everything is Leela.
Yes.
Right.
Jagai Madhava. They were actually Jaya Vijay.
Jayam Vijaya, they were the original names. And they had to
Devotees.
born 3 times as the demons. In material world.
They have that story too in here.
So they were devotees. They were actually guards at Vaikuntha. Doors of Vaikuntha, Jaya Vijay. And they offended
The Kumaras.
the Kumaras, right? And they usually came to punish them. And they had to come back as three times. What was the first one was?
Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu.
No, that wasn't the first one. There was a one before that.
Before?
That was the second one. Before that was Yaksha or something. I don't remember now.
It was the one who came to fight Varaha, right?
Raha, yes.
Hiranyaksha.
That was Hiranyaksha. Oh.
He passed the 2 of them. They had, it's like
Oh, that's what it was, yes.
Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu.
Yeah.
And they at the time of they came again at the time of Krishna, no?
Lanka. Well, wasn't one Lanka when for Lord Ram?
Was it?
Yeah, it
I
was.
don't remember now, or I don't know.
I think
Yes.
it was Lanka. Well, I forget his name.
It's Rowan.
Ravana. Yeah.
So it's very difficult to be a demon to fight Krishna. Not everyone gets that chance. You know, it can be a demon to come in contact with Krishna in any way. Like these people with fighting with him. It's a very high position. Even though they were very malicious demons, they were devotees because they had contact. To be ripped apart by Krishna is not something everybody could look forward to. Usually were killed by some insignificant person, right? But to be killed by Krishna himself is a benediction. So you have to be pretty advanced to have that position. And Krishna empowers them to take on that position. To have that close relationship. Because he gets some pleasure from that too. You know, he's happy to do that. And the devotees don't see it as something horrible. It's like Prahlad. He sees everything as mercy and the love of the Lord. Affection. So what kind of heart? Pure heart with the Vaishnava path. Obviously like that. No trace of ill intent in the heart of a devotee. No ill, nothing but affection. Unconditional love. Huh? That's unconditional love. The Lord doesn't have any ill intent toward it.
After a particular lila is finished, like Hiranyakash, after that lila is finished, when he go back, when that lila is finished, do they remember that they were devotee before, or do they?
Did Jayavita remember?
Yeah. Do they?
That I don't know.
Like they pass activity.
That would be up to Krishna. I mean, he says, Sarvasya Hamriti Shani Visnoma Tasmatir Jnana Apohanam Cha. I am the origin of memory, knowledge, forgetfulness. So Krishna wants them to remember for some lila. I'm sure they know. If he doesn't, they won't. It's up to Krishna. Just like when the associates of Mahaprabhu came, many of them I don't think remembered who they were in the times when they were engaged to Krishna as Krishna devotees. Sachimata, Jagannath Mishra, they don't understand they didn't know what their pastimes were before Krishna Lila. Otherwise would Gadadhar Pandit, that would disturb the Lila that they were having at that time if they could remember their past life. I don't think that's always necessarily the case, that they remember. And when you detract from the Lila, the rasa, right? Rasa bas, kind of thing. Only necessary to remember one thing, Krishna. I am the servant of Krishna. Surrender. And for Krishna's pleasure, everything. We can do whatever he wishes. That's the secret of happiness. That's the secret of happiness. One could make so many plans for to be happy, but they won't work. Only that one will work. That will bring us to immortal, eternal happiness. All the rest will be a temporary occasion, maybe for this life. And that even won't work out. Eternal happiness. That's what we want to reach. And that is by giving up all our self-interest and putting ourselves at the interest of the Lord. His pleasure. Thy will be done, not my will. Lord, you could save me or kill me as you like. yours to do with as you please. That's the secret of happiness. Otherwise, everything else will disappoint us. There'll be some disappointment. Is it? We don't know. When we understand that, we'll understand things properly. We'll understand the secret of immortality. Hariva. All right.
Hare Krishna.
Are we at? Anybody else want to say something? Hare Krishna. Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Nrisimha Maharaj ki Jai. Lord Nrisimha ki Jai. Jai Gaur Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol.
Maharaj.
Yes.
In Nishingapoli, when I was just there recently, Nishingapoli is our Chaitanya Saraswat temple is in front of the pool, this pond, where they say Nrisimha Dev came and washed his hands finally after he was, roaming in his anger, and then he finally came to wash his hands off in the pool of water to get the blood off, and then the area where he sat down is like within, a half a mile of where this temple is, but the pool of water is right behind it. Anyway, when you're there in Nishingapoli, it's just constant remembering and hearing chanting, because the temple next door is not ISKCON, is not Sri Chaitanya Saraswat. It's just like one privately owned temple, and that's where they say he specifically sat down, like exactly where he sat down. And they're playing the Maha Mantra, whether it's live or a recording, literally 24/7. Like, I was there for 2 nights, but sometimes I would go to sleep at 3 a.m. and the mantra was still playing. Whenever I woke up, it was still playing. So you're just like bombarded with the Shravanam and the Kirtanam, and it's just a nice place of remembering there. But it's Nishingapoli, it's Nrisimha's place where he came and sat and washed his paws off. So it's real nice there.
Where is that?
In Nishingapoli.
Oh, in Nrisimha.
Yeah, in Navadvip. This is in Navadvip.